Welcome, boys and girls. This week, I have a question for you. What is a possessive plural noun? Last week, we did possessive nouns. And so you know what possession means. Possession means that someone owns something, and we use an apostrophe S to show that. But what is a possessive plural noun? Well, let's review. A noun is a person, right? A place, a thing, or an animal. And possession means that the person, place, thing, or animal owns something. Something belongs to that noun. But what is a possessive plural noun? Well, let's look at this word plural first. A plural noun would mean more than one person, more than one place, more than one thing, and more than one animal. So can you think of something that belongs to a group? Can you think of something that belongs to a group? So these giraffes, maybe it's the giraffe's pasture. Okay, they're in a pasture here. They're in a grassland. Maybe it belongs to the giraffe. So you really want to think about a plural noun, something that belongs to the group. All right, let's take a look at that. Possessive nouns, we already know you use an apostrophe to show what belongs, right? The noun owns something or something belongs to the noun. So for example, a singular noun would be one dog, one book, one girl, one bird, one man, one child, right? So maybe the dog has a house, dog's house, books, words, girl's doll, birds, chicks, man's computer, child's video game. All right, so one dog has a dog house, one book has words in it, one girl has a doll, one bird has chicks, one man has a computer, and one child has a video game. But in my house, I have two dogs. So if I had a dog house, they would have to share it. It would be the dog's house. And notice, what do they do there? When it's one dog, we put an apostrophe S. When it's two dogs, you put the apostrophe after the S. So it's flip-flopped to show that there's more than one dog. Same thing with books. Maybe you have a pile of books with words in it. The words belong to the books. So instead of one book, you have a pile of books, and you put an S and then the apostrophe after the S. What about girls? So maybe the girl owns a doll or has several dolls, but what if they're sisters? What if there are two girls and they share the box of dolls? Have you ever had that? Like maybe Barbie dolls, and you had to share them with your sister. Those dolls would belong to the girls. And so you would have an S and then an apostrophe after the S. Same thing with the chicks. Maybe there's more than one bird. Maybe there's a mama and a daddy bird. So the chicks belong to the birds. We have an S apostrophe to show it is a plural noun. Now, there's always exceptions to the rules. We don't say mans. There are two mans standing over there. We say there are two men standing over there. So when you get to these irregular nouns, so instead of saying childs, there are two childs in the room, we say there are two children in the room. You have to use the apostrophe S, okay? So that is the exception to the rule. So we're going to talk about that today. So let's review. What is a noun? Well, a noun is a person, place, or thing. And what is a possessive noun? Possessive noun is a noun that shows ownership, and you show that by adding an apostrophe S or an S apostrophe, right? Okay, so let's look at these and let's sort them. we want to decide, is it singular possessive, plural possessive, or irregular possessive? So singular means you would have what? One. Excellent. Plural means you would have what? Two. Two of something owns something. So something belongs to the group. And an irregular noun would be when you change the word completely, like from man to men or child to children. So let's look at our choices. We have girls' toy right here. And I'm noticing that it's girls, Girls apostrophe, girls' toys. So the toys must belong to a group of girls. That means it would be plural. All right, let's try another one. Let's try mom's shoes. Mom's shoes, M-O-M apostrophe S, shoes. That means there's one mom because it says apostrophe S, so it would be singular. That's a good thing. I don't like to share my shoes. All right, let's try this one. Woman's coats. So maybe they're talking about a rack of coats in a store, right, that belong to the women's section. So women is plural, but that is an irregular noun. So we're going to put it over here. And notice with the irregular noun, it's apostrophe S. Colorado's mountains. Colorado does have a lot of mountains. Colorado is a state. If you Google it, you will see they have a lot of mountains. Good skiing out there. There's only one Colorado. It's an apostrophe S, so it's singular. Men's voices. What kind of noun is men? Men is an irregular noun, right? Because one men would be man. There's one man and there are two men. So the men's voices, it must be a singing group. The voices belong to the men. Children's socks. I have a bucket of children's socks in my hallway. Do you have that? I did, because I got tired of sorting them and they were the same size. So children is more than one child, but we changed the word so it's irregular. It goes over here. Okay. Cars, bumpers. Cars, bumpers. Ooh, every car has a bumper, right? So let's look at how it's spelled. Do they mean one car's bumper or multiple cars bumpers? So let's look. Cars, bumpers, C-A-R-S apostrophe. Well, I know when the apostrophe comes after the S, we're talking about more than one. It is plural possessive. Dog's bowl. Dog's bowl. Is it more than one dog, or is it like my house where there's more than one dog that they have to share, or is it just one dog that gets their own bowl? Let's spell it. D-O-G-S apostrophe. Well, I know when there's an S and the apostrophe comes after it, it's more than one, which means it's plural. Plural possessive. And the last one, Charlie's house. Let's look at how they spell Charlie. C-H-A-R-L-I-E apostrophe S. So that means there's only one Charlie, and it's his house. So that would be singular possessive. Okay, so let's look at the patterns. All of our singular possessives end in apostrophe S. Our plural possessive ends in S apostrophe, and our irregular plural possessive ends, you change the whole word and put an apostrophe S, right? Good job, boys and girls. Okay, so today I want you to keep those rules in mind. When do you use apostrophe S for your singular plural noun or your singular possessive nouns? And when do you use S apostrophe for your plural possessive nouns? Okay, there is a page for you to practice these skills. in Schoology. Load that into Notability, finish it, and submit it back. All right, have a great day.